Is your TV still not working after trying the basic checks from part 1? Maybe the TV turns on, but the screen is completely black. Maybe you have sound but no picture. Or perhaps the screen has lines, flickering, strange colors, or only shows part of the image. Before replacing the entire television, it helps to understand what type of problem you're dealing with. In part 1, we check the power source, remote control, standby light, black screen symptoms, the flashlight test, and HDMI or input problems. Now we're going deeper. In this video, we'll look at 7 more diagnostic clues that can help narrow the problem down to the LED backlight, TCON board, main board, power supply, display connections, or the screen itself. Important safety warning. Televisions contain mains voltage circuits and capacitors that may retain dangerous electrical energy even after the TV is unplugged. The internal checks discussed in this video should only be performed by trained or qualified technicians using the correct procedures and equipment. Let's begin. Number 1, LED backlight symptoms and testing. Let's start with one of the most common causes of a TV with sound but no visible picture, a possible LED backlight problem. Modern LED and LCD televisions need a backlight behind the display panel. The backlight shines through the LCD layers, allowing you to see the picture. If the backlight fails, the TV may still turn on. You may hear sound. The remote may still work. The TV may even be processing the image normally, but the screen can appear completely black. In part 1, we discuss a flashlight test. If you shine a bright flashlight close to the screen at an angle and see a faint image underneath, that is a useful clue that the TV may be producing a picture, but the screen is not being illuminated properly. However, there is an important point to remember. A flashlight test does not prove exactly which component has failed. The problem could involve the LED strips, the backlight driver, the power supply, wiring, or another circuit controlling the backlight. This is why professional diagnosis is important before ordering replacement parts. You may also notice that the TV briefly displays a picture and then immediately goes dark. That can sometimes happen when the TV detects a problem in the backlight circuit and shuts the backlight down for protection. Another possible symptom is a screen that becomes dimmer and dimmer over time. Again, these are clues, not a complete diagnosis. Now, let's move to a component involved in processing the picture signal. Number 2, TCON board symptoms. The TCON board, also known as the timing control board, helps manage the video signals sent to the display panel. Depending on the TV design, a TCON board problem can cause several unusual picture symptoms. For example, the screen may display vertical lines. You may see horizontal lines. Part of the screen may be missing. The image may flicker. The picture may appear distorted, or the screen may show unusual colors. But these symptoms can also be caused by other problems. A loose or damaged display cable can create similar symptoms. A damaged display panel can also look very similar to a TCON problem. This is why replacing the TCON board based only on the appearance of lines is often a mistake. A trained technician may inspect the connections, power rails, and signal paths before identifying the faulty component. In some TV models, the TCON board is separate. In others, some of its functions may be integrated into another board or display assembly. So always identify your exact TV model before assuming where the problem is located. If the screen is showing lines but the TV otherwise has normal sound and responds to the remote, that can be a useful clue, but we still need to look at the rest of the TV. Number 3, main board symptoms. The main board is essentially the control center of the television. It handles many of the TV's important functions. Depending on the model, it may process video, audio, HDMI signals, smart TV functions, network connections, and communication with other components. A main board problem can create many different symptoms. The TV may freeze on the startup logo. It may repeatedly restart. The TV may turn on but fail to respond properly to the remote. HDMI ports may stop working. You may have sound but no picture, or the TV may fail to complete its startup sequence. But don't immediately replace the main board. Sometimes a software problem can produce symptoms that look like a hardware failure. Try a normal power reset first. If the TV can still display its menu, Check whether a manufacturer-approved software update or factory reset is available for your specific model. If the TV has no menu, repeatedly restarts, or doesn't respond correctly, further diagnosis may be required. A main board is also model-specific. Never assume that two boards that look similar are interchangeable. Always verify the correct part number. Now, let's move to the component responsible for providing power to the rest of the television. Number 4, power supply board problems. The power supply board converts incoming electrical power into the different voltages required by the TV. If the power supply has a problem, the symptoms can vary. The TV may be completely dead. The standby light may not come on. The TV may click but fail to start. It may turn on and immediately shut down. Or some parts of TV may work while others do not. For example, the main board might receive standby power, while another power rail needed for display or backlight may not be operating correctly. This can make the diagnosis more complicated than simply saying the TV has power or doesn't have power. A blinking standby light can also be related to different faults depending on the manufacturer and model. That's why the exact blink code should always be checked against the manufacturer's documentation. Internal power supply testing can be dangerous. Capacitors can retain hazardous voltage even after the TV is unplugged. Never touch or probe internal circuits unless you are properly trained and using the correct safety procedures. From the outside, useful clues include whether the standby light works, whether the TV clicks, whether it repeatedly restarts, and whether the TV briefly powers on before shutting down. These clues can help a technician narrow down the problem. Now, let's return to one of the most common complaints. Number 5, TV has sound but no picture. You can hear the news. You can hear a movie playing. The volume controls work, but the screen is black. This symptom immediately tells us something important. The TV is at least partially operating. The audio system and some control functions may still be working. Now start with the simple checks. Press the home or menu button. If the TV menu appears, the problem may be related to an external device, HDMI cable input source, or picture settings. If the menu does not appear, try the flashlight test discussed in Part 1. A faint image can point toward a possible backlight-related issue. If there is no faint image and the TV has sound but no visible picture, additional diagnosis may be needed. Possible causes can include the TCON system, main board, display connections, or the display panel itself. This is why we shouldn't guess. Sound without a picture does not automatically mean bad. LED strips. It simply narrows the list of possibilities. The next symptom can be even more confusing. Number 6, vertical lines, horizontal lines, and screen problems. Lines across the screen are among the most frustrating TV problems. You may see one vertical line, several vertical lines, horizontal lines, a half screen, a flickering image, distorted colors, or a picture that appears and disappears. The cause can range from a connection problem to a TCON issue or a damaged display panel. Start with the easiest external check. Disconnect all external devices. Then see whether the lines also appear on the TV's own menu. If the lines disappear when you change the HDMI cable or source device, the TV itself may not be the problem, but if the lines appear everywhere, including the built-in menu, the problem is more likely inside the television. Sometimes the issue may be related to a TCON board or display connection. In other cases, the display panel itself may be damaged. Physical damage to a panel, even a small crack, can cause major picture problems. Unfortunately, panel replacement can sometimes cost nearly as much as buying a new TV. This is why diagnosis is important before purchasing any replacement board. A bad TCON board and a damaged panel can produce similar symptoms, but the repair costs can be very different. Now, let's put all these symptoms together. Number 7, final diagnosis. Power board, main board, TCON backlight, or panel. This is the most important part of the troubleshooting process. Instead of asking, which board should I replace? Ask, what is the TV actually doing? Let's start with a possible power problem. If there is no standby light, no sound, no response, and the TV shows no sign of life, the power source, power cord, outlet, or power supply system should be investigated. If the TV has a standby light but will not complete startup, the problem could involve the main board, power system, or another component. Next, consider the backlight. If the TV has sound and a faint image is visible during a flashlight test, a backlight-related problem becomes more likely. But further testing is needed to determine whether the issue is the LED strips, driver, or another circuit. Now consider the TCON and display system. If the TV has lines half a picture, distorted images, flickering, or unusual colors, the TCON system, display connections, or panel may need to be investigated. And what about the main board? Problems with startup, HDMI inputs, smart functions, repeated rebooting, or software-related symptoms can point toward the main board or its associated systems. Finally, consider the panel. If the screen is physically cracked, leaking, severely damaged, or showing symptoms that remain after proper diagnosis of other components, the panel itself may be the problem, and panel replacement is often one of the most expensive TV repairs. The smart way to diagnose a broken TV. The biggest mistake people make is ordering parts based on a single symptom. They see a black screen and immediately buy LED strips. They see lines and immediately buy a TCON board. They see a blinking light and immediately order a power supply board. Then the replacement part arrives, they install it, and the TV still doesn't work. A smarter approach is to collect the symptoms first. Does the TV have standby power? Does it turn on? Do you hear sound? Does the TV menu appear? Does the flashlight test reveal a faint image? Do the lines appear on every source? Does the TV restart repeatedly? Once you answer these questions, the diagnosis becomes much clearer. Final recap. Let's quickly review the 7 diagnostic checks from Part 2. Number 1. Look for symptoms that may indicate an LED backlight problem. Number 2. Identify common TCON board symptoms, including picture distortion and lines. Number 3. Look for main board symptoms such as startup, HDMI, and smart TV problems. Number 4. Understand the warning signs of a possible power supply problem. Number 5. Investigate a TV that has sound but no picture. Number 6. Check whether vertical or horizontal lines appear on the TV's built-in menu and across different sources. And number 7. Combine all the symptoms to determine whether the problem is more likely related to the power board, main board, TCON system, backlight, or display panel. Remember, the goal isn't to guess which part is bad. The goal is to understand the symptoms before spending money. Your broken TV may have a simple problem, or it may require professional repair. But before you throw it away or buy expensive replacement parts, take the time to identify what's actually wrong. If this 2-part TV troubleshooting series helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe to Easy Solutions, and turn on notifications for more practical appliance and electronics repair videos. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, troubleshoot carefully, and I'll see you in the next Easy Solutions video.